precisely controlled position, navigating through dense fields of collapsed and scattered wreckage without disturbing the protected site, and capturing footage in high enough definition to allow the kind of detailed forensic analysis that the original investigation had never been able to attempt. Their lighting systems could flood large sections of the wreck with illumination powerful enough to turn the permanent darkness of the lake floor into something investigators could study frame by frame. Under Michigan law, the Fitzgerald was designated as a protected underwater gravesite, meaning no salvage operations were permitted. No artifacts could be removed. So the purpose of the drone mission was documentation and investigation only, driven by a question 50 years overdue. What actually happened down here on the night of November 10, 1975? When the drone reached the wreck and the cameras came to life in the darkness, the pilot house where McSorley and his officers had spent their final living moments was partially collapsed, with its windows shattered and its instruments scattered into the surrounding silt. But it was the specific condition of those forward windows that caught investigators' attention immediately, because those windows showed clear evidence of having been driven inward rather than outward. When a ship floods gradually from water entering through compromised deck hatches, the rising water inside builds internal pressure that pushes windows outward as the space fills. But windows forced inward suggested water had entered from outside with such sudden and overwhelming force that the pressure gradient ran in the opposite direction entirely, meaning the pilot house may not have flooded gradually over several minutes, but may have been destroyed in a matter of seconds. Nothing the cameras found in those early moments prepared investigators for what came next, when the drone moved to examine the hatch covers that the Coast Guard had spent 50 years blaming for the deaths of 29 men. Those hatch covers were the reason families had spent decades believing their loved ones' equipment had failed them. The reason the Great Lakes fleet had been forced through expensive redesigns and retrofits, and the foundation stone of the entire 1977 investigation. Now, transmitted up through 530 feet of cold dark water in high-definition footage, many of those hatch covers were sitting right there on the deck of the wreck, still fastened in place, still secured exactly as they should have been on a ship that had not sunk because its hatch covers failed. The damage visible on those covers was consistent